obviously when you kind of like move to a new place, I do think geography has a huge impact on
It
creative
does.
endeavors in a lot of ways. I think when you're living in the same place, it's hard to kind of think about the chapters in your life. A lot of it can feel like it's bleeding over. And it's not really until you get the perspective away from you, like, oh, I guess that was that period of my life. But obviously, I mean, when you're moving, it seems like such a distinctive identifier as a new period.
New chapter.
So does that make
Mhm.
it easier then to disregard the songs that no longer represent where you are?
A little bit, yeah. When I had my last show in Ireland in Whelan's before I left, I kind of was using that as a closing chapter for that period of music. I felt like if I didn't share that before I left, then nobody will hear the creativity of that maybe last 2 years. So it was really, really nice to be able to get a band together and actually put all that music in a show because it really just kind of closed off that chapter for me. And now next time I come home and do a show in Ireland, hopefully I'll have a bunch of new music.
We're talking about the freshness of starting over, and I'm also wondering what were the trepidations because I mean, obviously there is a sense of security in the sense that you have built up a fan base, you have musicians that you work with. What were some of your trepidations in terms of continuing the musical project in Chicago?
Yeah, I was really, really sad to have to leave something that I felt was going in a good direction with my group and with my band at home. I would do 10 more shows with them if I could before I
Yeah.
left. They're a great, great group of people. So it is difficult in that sense because I feel like I am starting completely fresh over here and I don't know anybody. But with that, I feel like you could look at it as it is really exciting too because you just never know who you're going to meet out here. And I've said to my band at home, any of them that want to come over when I have my gig set up properly over here, that they could maybe gig over here too. But at the moment, I'm actually using a lot of social media to reach out to different musicians. And Facebook is a really good one for that because there's just like a Chicago music network and people reach out to each other saying that they're looking for singers or whatever. So I have reached out to a couple of people on there and got into some groups for gigs that are coming up.
That's cool that you're just there like a week and already you've got the kind of ball in motion, you know?
Oh yeah, I landed on Friday and started gigging on Saturday. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
The
yeah,
jet
so
lag
we're
hadn't
straight
worn
in.
off yet.
It hadn't even worn off at that point.